A woman tells her sister that her brother had bought a car while he was traveling and that it was making her very happy. Her sister then says that she was happy about it too, but now their lives were going to be so much better. They then go to her brother. Then the sister hugs her brother. The woman then goes to her brother and hugs him as well. The man then hugs his sisters and tells them that he missed them so much. The sister says she was very proud of the car her brother had bought, but the man seemed to be uncomfortable with it. The woman then says she missed him. He then asks what they were doing there, and then the woman says that they had taken a few days off so they could visit her brother. The sister then says that she was very happy for the car her brother had bought. The sister says they were there to be by her brother's side and were surprised by his car. The man says that soon he would be finishing his job and could leave with his sisters. They get excited about it, and then the sister asks her brother where his employees were, because she wanted to get to know her brother's company better. The man then says that he was the owner of the company, but that he was also the only employee he had. This leaves them very confused and the woman for beauty, her brother. The man says that's what he was doing, and at that moment, another woman appears. They then talk and the woman asks if the service was ready. The man's sisters say they didn't understand what was going on there. He tries to explain, but his sister says that this should be one of his brother's employees. The man says that this was one of the best clients he had, and then the sister asks if her brother worked washing cars. He says yes, and that was the work he did. The woman then says that she should have been mistaken in hearing what her brother had said, and then her sister gets mad saying that her brother had deceived them. The man then asks what she was talking about, and the woman says that her brother did not deceive them as he was a businessman but that he worked alone. The woman then says that they should be proud of their brother as he was earning his money honestly. The man then says that his sister was right and that he had never let them lack anything. He said he wished he could give so much more to his sisters, but that he didn't have the capacity to do that at that moment. The sister then says that they were mistaken in thinking that her brother was living a better life abroad, and he says that what he earned there was much more than in their country. The woman then says that her brother didn't tell them the whole truth. He then says that first of all, he had a surprise for his sisters. This gets them very excited, and then they ask what their brother had for them. He then says he had a large sum of money and then tells his sister that he would keep that money, but the man says that they would have to play a game to decide. He then says that he would decide to flip a coin, and then the woman says that she didn't want to participate in it. The man then says that they would have to decide it that way, and so he ends up doing it. The sister then earns the money and says she was very happy with it, but now she could buy a lot of things. The man hands the money to his sister and tells her that he wished her luck. She says that if she had the money, she could buy whatever she wanted, and that she would be very happy with it. She then says goodbye to her family members and leaves. As she leaves, the man asks his sister what happened, as she didn't seem to be thrilled about it. The woman then says that it was unfair and that her sister had won a lot of money and she had only won a box. The man then tells his sister that the money he had given her sister could run out at any moment, but that what he was offering her was something much better, as she would be able to earn her own money. Some time goes by there. The woman was a little discouraged when her brother arrives and asks what had happened. She says it was nothing, but the man says he knew her sister and asks what had happened. She says that she had thought that she would be able to fulfill her dream of being a great chef by going to that country, but that she was no longer sure. He then says that he had complete confidence that his sister would make it. She then asks her brother how he could trust her so much, and the man says that he knew his sister would make it. He then tells her that she would just have to think better about what she was going to do with that box. Some time goes by and the woman was offering hamburgers on the street for people to buy, but since she didn't speak the language, she has a hard time with that. She then goes to a person's house and rings the doorbell. Just then, another man appears and asks who she was. The woman then can't communicate as she didn't know the language, and so she tries to say that she was selling pizzas. The other man eventually understands what she was trying to say, and so the woman asks if he'd like to buy some. Tell the other man to try the pizzas, but the other man says he didn't want to buy anything and then closes the door to his house. Some time goes by and the woman is telling her brother that he was doing it wrong. She then says that her brother should remember what their mother always said about the sauce he was using. The man then says that his sister was right, and she said that her brother could taste the pizza she had made. The man then bites into the pizza and says that his sister had prepared an excellent pizza. She gets excited about it, so she says she finally got a recipe right, and the man says she had a great future selling it. The woman is very happy with that and says that it has always been her dream. Meanwhile, the woman's sister was shopping for some clothes, and then the saleswoman asks her if she would like to buy anything else. She then says that she was going to see a few more dresses to buy, and then the saleswoman tells the value of those dresses. The sister realizes that she was about to spend all the money she had received, but says that she would spend even more. The woman then goes to the other man's house and rings the doorbell. She then tries to tell another man that she was there to sell pizzas, and then the other man says that he wanted to taste the pizza first. The woman agrees to this and then hands one of her pizzas to the other man to taste. The other man then tastes the pizza that the woman had prepared, and he gets very excited about it. He said he really liked it, and then the woman asks him if he would like to buy it, and he says yes. The other man then says that he would like to buy some more of those pizzas that the woman was selling and then hands the money to her. The woman gets very excited about it and then hands the pizzas to the other man and says goodbye to him. She then gets excited about it and says that soon her dream of owning a restaurant would come true. As she was leaving, she stops for a moment and thanks God for his help, for now she was going to get her restaurant. Some time passes and the woman tells her brother that she has finally managed to open her restaurant. The man then says that he was very proud of his sister and says that he always knew she would make it. The woman then says that everything she had been able to achieve was thanks to the help her brother gave her. They then hug, and at that moment, the sister appears asking for help. They are then surprised by this, and the woman asks what had happened to her sister. The sister then says that she had spent all the money her brother had given her and that now she had nothing left. The man then says that he had told his sister to spend the money responsibly, but she didn't. The woman then tells her sister that she should have listened to her brother, because he was right. The sister then says that she knew she had made a mistake, but asks if they could help her as she was very hungry. The woman then says that she would help her sister, but that she would also give her an opportunity, and then she asks if her sister would accept. The sister then asks what the woman was talking about, and then the woman says that she had just opened that restaurant and so she would need help to take care of it. She then asks if her sister would accept, and then the sister tells her that she would accept to work for the woman as she had no other option. Some time goes by and the sister is working at the restaurant. The woman then tells her brother that in the end they had learned a lesson from it.